What's up, guys? Today we're going over why I hate this table, this wall, whatever you want to call it, this entire page of upgrades in Destiny 2 and its seasonal content. It's truly one of the things leading to seasonal burnout for me, and the reason I don't like playing these seasons recently and why last season I practically didn't even play the game or even upload. And before we get in, I want to make very clear that I'm not complaining about the amount of content in the seasons. I completely understand, and the fact that we're getting this much every 3 months is actually pretty crazy. So this is in no way complaining about the actual content we get per season, more so the way we interact with it. And overall, my main complaint is just way too slow actually getting these upgrades. So if we look at the stuff you can do in each season of Destiny 2, the first thing is the story, and this has become heavily time gated, which to me makes sense. It's almost like a TV show where you come back each week and get a new episode, and this will elongate the season and make it last longer. And for me, that makes sense from like a marketing standpoint and, you know, trying to get the most playtime out of their player base as possible each season. That stuff makes sense to me, and I can understand why they do that. But when it comes to this table of upgrades for like the seasonal loot, it's time gated in a very similar way, and to me it just makes no sense at all. And that is because the way this is time gated is not promoting me to play a little bit each week and keep coming back. What it's doing is promoting me to just not play at all until I have all the upgrades necessary to actually farm the loot in an efficient way. So where the time gated story is making you play a little bit each week, this is just delaying when I actually play the seasonal content. You get on week 1 and there is no practical way of farming anything you want at all outside of just random drops as you play the activities. Then on week 2, usually you can start actually farming for what you want, but it costs so much and it's so inefficient that, you know, you can play for like 6, 7, 8 hours and only get like 2 of the things you want, and good luck getting the role you want that way. It's practically impossible. Then usually week 3, there's usually increased ways to get like weapons or armor along the way from different activities. Week 4, it usually gets cheaper to actually focus, or you get more materials from the actual events themselves. Then week 5, you usually get like guaranteed red borders or gold perks and things like that. So all in all, if you're actually trying to use your time the most efficiently, you would just simply not interact with this until, you know, week 5, week 6, when you have all this stuff to actually make it the most efficient way possible. But if you're like me and you actually want to play the season when it comes out, and you're going to try to get some of the new weapons when the season comes out, with the way it's currently set up on week 1, week 2, maybe even like week 3, you can play for like 6, 8 hours and only get 2 or 3 of the focuses you want for, you know, let's say the sidearm. That's one thing I've been hunting a lot, and I've been focusing just like the general weapon umbrella, then also focusing for the sidearm itself. And I've yet to even get the perk I want on it, let alone a good roll. So yeah, it just feels like a complete waste of time unless you wait until you have every upgrade you need. So to me, the way these upgrades are time gated serves really no purpose. It's not promoting me to play the game more. Logically, all it's doing is delaying when you actually play the seasonal content, which, you know, is a very fun concept. Why would you want to play the season when it comes out? Well, let's just wait 2 months. Like, what? You log in day 1 of the season and you play your 1 hour of the weekly story, then it's like, what's there to do? I mean, you could start doing the seasonal activity and maybe get like a few cool things along the way, but then you look at these upgrades and you're like, well, if I wait until next week, it'll be easier. Well, if I wait until the week after that, it'll be even faster. Well, if I wait until the week after that, it'll be even faster. Then if you wait until week 5, week 6, week 7, whatever it is, you know, that is when it will truly be the most efficient it can. So it's like, what's even the point of even trying early on? And overall, not everything in the season can be time gated. Like, there has to be something to do early on into the season. Like, a season just came out. Don't you think people should be playing the season? And by the time you actually get all the unlocks to farm these weapons in a meaningful way, you might have 5 red borders anyways to go craft it. So it's like, even once you have all the upgrades, you might not even use them. So I guess what I'm suggesting is a way to speed up earning these unlocks, and the easiest way would be just to make it like a vendor or even like the artifact, where as you get rep, you know, you unlock your next unlock token or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not saying you should be able to burn through all these upgrades like in a week or even 2 weeks, but I want more than 2 unlocks week 1. I want more than the first 4 in week 2. And if you still want a way for like players that don't play that often to still keep up, still give like huge chunks of the rep or XP, whatever you want to call it, each week from weekly challenges that give enough rep, XP, whatever it is, to get 2 unlocks per week. But then if you grind the seasonal activities on top of that, maybe you'll be able to earn like an extra 2 or 3 per week. Overall, I think the way they time gate these upgrades just make no sense to me, and I'm tired of having to wait until like halfway through the season, even like the last month of the season, to actually farm the seasonal activities, and I just want to play the seasons when they actually come out. Anyways, let me know what you think about this topic down below. Like usual, thanks for watching, catch you guys next time.